It's up.
Yep. There we go.
Okay. We're getting the hang of this.
Yay.
And hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Hell's Bells. Woo!
Yay! Hooray!
Oh, now I haven't got my piece of document up. Where is it gone? There it is. I am Maz. I am your dungeon master for today, and my pronouns are still they and them. Happy Canada Day to Canadians out there, like Chloe. Happy Canada Day. Whatever that is, I don't know. I'm really sorry.
A lot of fireworks and.
Okay, cool.
doing stuff. Yeah.
So I'm here to take this all tiefling party, your disaster pals, on a trip around the plains. However, tieflings are not all created the same anymore. I'm sorry it's reversed, Discord does this to me, but we're using variants from Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, which I will be giving away at the end of the series. We're all going to sign it, and someone can win this at the end of the series, special edition copy. Anyway, let's meet everyone and see if they're using one of the variants from Mordenkainen's. Let's start with my friend and your friend, Hadil.
Hello, I'm Hadil. I play Miga, a blue disaster child. My pronouns are still required to be she and her because I am the whole US government, and not using them is illegal, and I will throw you into gay baby jail.
TK.
Oh, I wasn't muted. I thought I was.
Disaster bells.
Just FYI, Maz, the chat says that the sound is kind of low.
I can bring it up a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it too much, but I will bring it up a little bit.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm still TK. I'm still they them. Here playing Gil, little paladin. He's ready. He's ready to save the world. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Lisa.
Don't do that.
I am Lisa Chen. My pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Mercy, the Shadow Sorceress. Pale white tiefling, one horn, go unicorn tieflings. And yeah.
Kayla.
I'm Kayla, and my pronouns are still she, her, and I play Pentar, a green tiefling covered in mushrooms, and I'm a Circle of Spores druid, so that's fun.
Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe Christine, and my preferred pronouns are she and her. And I play Lyra, a tiefling paladin, the wonderful, loving, and caring motherly figure within this group of disaster pals.
Shauna.
I'm Shauna.
Hi, big TK.
Oh,
I'm not.
It was me. I was trying to send you a secret message, but you ruined it.
You ruined it by typing. Shauna.
oh yes, Shauna. She, her. Playing Levy, the lavender tiefling, drunken master monk. So,
Thank you, Holly.
Hello. Hi. So I'm Holly, Commander Holly on the internet. I'm also a tiefling named Dirge, who is a trash, not necessarily trash, more like a death person, a death trash person. And my pronouns are she, her, and I'm ready to roll some dice. It's gonna be good.
Let's roll some dice. The multiverse is an infinite place. All manner of planes and demi-planes exist in the cosmology known as the Great Wheel. Our tale is woven in the outer planes, a circle of 16 named planes which arc around a central hub known as the Outlands. Once again, we're beginning our journey today in Sigil. Now, in the centre of the Outlands is a great spire, above which sits the peculiar donut-shaped city of Sigil. It's been a month since the events in Automata, and word of the unscheduled Modron March has gotten back to Sigil. Factions like the Chaosi sects are convinced this is further evidence that the multiverse is absurd and unordered, whereas the Sensates think the Modrons are finally taking steps towards achieving individuality and are looking to experience everything they can. And there's those such as the Harmonium who are unhappy about this disruption of logic and order. Currently, it's about halfway between peak and anti-peak, around the time that a prime would consider to be the early morning. And we find yourselves, the party, holed up in your new lodgings, Uncle Unky Wonky Jison's kip. Mercy has set S34N the task of folding your garments, which he's doing to the best of his ability with his little fork hand, in his single-minded way. As soon as he finishes, since he doesn't have the wherewithal about him to request a new order, he just starts folding them all again. So, what are you all up to now?
I think Mercy is probably making a midday meal for everybody. Maybe just like an egg or something, but they're perfectly round, sunny side up eggs. And you see her painstakingly using her claws to nudge the yolks so that they're in the center as well. And I ask S34N for flavor packets, which he just dispenses, and I rip open and pour like an entire one on each egg. And I've probably also have some of Pentar's mushrooms organized in like jars by type, and I take brown mushrooms and I slice them up and arrange them neatly next to each egg. Pass those out to people.
Oh, Pentar takes her egg and immediately she like reaches for this bag that's been tied to her waist, and when she opens it, just this super insanely loud scream emits from it and does not stop, and she just like pours the entire plate of food into it, and it's still screaming, and then she closes it and the scream stops and she puts it back on her waist.
Pentar, no opening the bag in the house.
She just deadpan stares at you.
Miga starts screaming along with the bag, going, "Scream bag, scream bag, scream bag."
Oh no.
I guess I'm gonna say that Dirge is outside, handing out pamphlets. Just outside the door, just kind of like maybe just like occasionally like tooting on a flute and like hitting bones together and being like, "True death awaits." It's like kind of like half-hearted because she's just like watching how insane everything is, and she really just didn't want to be inside with everyone.
Can you roll a persuasion check for me?
All right. Oof. I'm not doing good today. Well, let's say as 10.
You're handing out quite a lot, but no one seems bothered. There's like an Abishai just sort of looks at it and then he sort of like licks it and then just throws it aside.
Yeah,
but no one's taking you up today.
Too bad. There's so many people that could die.
What's Gil doing?
Gil is furiously scribbling letters home to his father. He's been here for so many months, and he's frankly tired of this oppression. It's been really hard. He had to almost wash his own clothing the other day.
Oh.
I just
Oh my gosh.
I'm so tired of people thinking that they're the boss of me and it's really the other way around. And he's like actually saying all of this out loud to anyone who can hear him. And he's just like, he like licks it and folds it and like puts it on another stack of letters to his father that he's written this week. There's about 30 letters.
Oh my.
Levity?
Levity probably got up at the break of dawn and started like meditating on the roof, and she's managed to find her way down. And she takes out of her bag a bunch of letters and, Dirge, I found these up on the roof. I figured you'd want these back. They I don't think anybody's gonna read them up here.
Oh, what? Wait, what are they?
Your pamphlets, a few pamphlets.
Oh. I just like take them and I'm like, thanks.
She kind of like smiles, like she's like, and just kind of like tries not to make eye contact and go to the thing.
Dirge is just like bobbing and weaving, like noticing that she's not being looked at, like, and she just shuffles off.
Lyra, this morning you have awoken from a dream, and you recognize it to be a message from your god. You've been told to go to the plain of Arcadia and locate a cavern on the side of the tallest mountain there. You also need to bring the pale one with the single horn, and you've been promised a great treasure. And you've been given the necessary instructions for finding and using the portal that you need, just as you were once told how to reach Sigil.
Okay. All right. So this is like, so what time in the morning is it right now? Like, currently?
It's probably equivalent to about 6 a.m.
Okay.
It's quite early.
Okay. So Lyra kind of like stirs awake and she kind of like rubs her head and she's like, not now, why now? And she'll kind of get up and do her own thing and kind of make her way downstairs, get dressed after, and she'll kind of see it and she'll look at Mercy and everybody. Did I sleep in? I'm really sorry. Can I talk to you first then?
Yeah, absolutely. And I hand you an egg, and I walk over with you.
Oh, thanks. Did everybody get an egg, or?
Yes, I made precisely the number that we needed.
Oh, perfect. And as like she kind of walks with you with her egg, she kind of sees Dirge outside, and she's just like, Dirge, there's food in here. You should come inside now. And she'll just kind of like set her egg down and then walk with you.
All right, she'll make sure that she doesn't see her eat it, but she will. That she doesn't see her actually like consume it, but she will consume it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Mercy will, Lyra will walk with Mercy, and she'll be like, I had a dream, and I'm not really sure, but I think it was from my god, and we need to go somewhere. They said there's treasure involved, and we need to go. We need to go somewhere.
Why are
kind of,
you
like, feel her head.
just me or the whole group?
They just said you and I. We must go to this place and find this treasure. And sorry, Maz, what was the place again? I want to write it down.
It was the plain of Arcadia.
Plain of Arcadia.
You can bring the whole group. There wasn't a sort of specific you had to like leave everyone else, but it was like very specific that Mercy had to come with you.
Okay. So I'll relay that back to Mercy and be like, it sounded very urgent that you need to come, but we can bring the whole party. But I don't know. And you can tell like that she's kind of off. Like you can tell like in comparison to how Lyra usually is, like something's not right, or like she's very confused about things, or she feels or looks like a little bit disheveled.
You look disheveled. And I just start neatening you and like putting your hair back in place and de-wrinkling your shirt and prestidigitating you. Where I come from, dreams can be ill omen, so I definitely think we should go, but we should bring everybody just to be safe.
Okay. All right. And she'll be like, yeah, I think we'll leave whenever, as soon as we can. And she'll kind of go away and like eat her egg kind of quietly.
I'll go around starting to collect everybody, letting them know that we have to pack up and get ready to go somewhere new. And I'll just be like, everybody, Lyra's disheveled. Come on, we need to assemble.
Disheveled. I think Dirge is just like, if someone's like, oh, she's just gonna be like, no, all right, and just like packs her like backpack, like adventuring ready, just like time to go find some more dead bodies.
Dirge, you didn't eat your egg.
I did eat it.
Oh. I look down at the plate with the perfectly circular egg and the mushrooms that I've arranged in a frowny face just for Dirge. I was like, this must be someone else's then.
She feels bad and she's just like, no, fine, I'll eat it. It's fine. Like thank you. And she's just like, and then just
thank you. That's the nicest thing Dirge has ever said to me.
I'm now sustained for another day of living.
Unfortunately.
You can tell in her tone of her voice that's what it sounds like.
Miga sees everybody else like getting ready, so she also starts putting stuff in her bag. Some of it probably doesn't belong to her. You know, just random stuff because she's small child, does not have a lot of belongings.
It's probably like one of like Jason's old ledgers and then some papers.
Yeah, it's just like crap, just putting crap in her bag.
Lyra's
Is,
gonna walk over and help her put her stuff in her bag and like make sure it's like kind of like, oh, this goes here, and like she'll kind of like get up from her, kind of shake her head and start helping.
Is Miga still brandishing that stick?
It no longer has the eye on it because that was put into a safe place. But she does still have the stick.
All right, so Levity actually, oh here, this might be some fun, and she gives you a tambourine, hoping that you will not stick
Oh
people anymore.
no!
Oh no.
Oh,
You gave
no.
the child a tambourine? That's
Oh,
bad in
Miga.
real life, Levity.
Oh no. Miga, I mean, is it the kind that has like the little jingle jangles on the side?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you've made a
Jingle
huge
jangle.
mistake. Miga immediately abandons everything that she's doing and just starts yelling nonsense and waving it around to make jingle noises.
Let me just smiles and like she's not stabbing things. That's good.
Can I give her
you're so
bardic
good.
inspiration?
Yeah.
All right, you get bardic inspiration.
Amazing. What does that do?
It gives you an extra is it an extra D something on attacks? You're not attacking anyone. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just Dirge is just playing along with you with her bones.
Okay, I love it. We're a family band like the Von Traps.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, it gives you a D6. Sorry.
Is everybody now ready to head out?
Yes.
Okay. So with the instructions that you have, Lyra, you have no problem getting the item you need and finding the portal and making your way to Arcadia. So you step through, and as you step through the portal, you feel this odd sensation again, like the one you felt when you were going to and from Automata. And as the strange shiver down your spine recedes, you are greeted by darkness. The stars in the sky are just in this neat, perfect grid. And as you're trying to gain your bearings, all of you with your dark vision, suddenly, as if a lever has been flipped, light fills the world around you. Ahead of you, you see a perfectly conical mountain, and at the top of which is an orb which is radiating the bright sunshine that is illuminating this place. And you recognise that, Lyra, as the mountain that you need to reach.
So when we see this, I'll be like, I'll kind of look at my head and I'll look at everything and I'll be like, I think that's the way we have to go. Everyone, we have to go to that mountain. And she'll point and be like, are we okay? Are we all right to go in that direction? And she'll like address the group and make sure.
Pintar kind of walks up to Lyra and like lifts her hair and smells it, and she's just like, are you sure that nothing crawled in your brain while you were sleeping? Where did you get this from? Why are we here? Like she's not totally convinced what's happening.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
She'll kind of look and kind of shake it off and just be like, well, my God tells me, and I believe that they would guide me in the right direction. They never have failed since then. I think we're meant to be here. And she'll just kind of like look at everybody and smile kind of softly and just with a little bit of a like a not a sad look, but just like you can sense it as a little bit unsure, but she's determined and goes in the direction of the mountain.
Wait, who's your god again?
Saloon is my god, and she'll keep on going.
That's an important one.
Is it?
As
like,
Gil's
that's
walking with this, can
important, I
Gil
think.
roll like an insight as another paladin?
Absolutely.
Check this out. Watch me roll garbage.
So do you go.
I didn't. Gil is actually really interested in this, and I get a 17.
So you, as a paladin, you know that gods do speak directly to you. Paladins are agents of their deities. Lyra, is there anything else more that Gil may pick up from you that you're happy to reveal?
Yeah. You can see that in her face, she's kind of like nervous. Like you can see like she's just a little bit anxious, but she's trying to like hold herself tall. She's very straight and she's like just walking with sureness, but you can sense that there's just something off.
Okay, like maybe she's not like 100%
Yeah.
sure of these instructions.
Yeah, she's just kind of going with what she's been told, and she's just kind of like hoping that what she's doing is what she should be doing.
Okay. I think Gil would be fine with that.
So you start making your way towards the mountain. Can I get a perception check from Mercy?
3. So don't worry about it.
Fine.
No, you're not paying attention to where you're going because you are just enamored by how perfectly ordered this place is. You notice that every blade of grass is the same height. All the flowers are organized into just neat beds of color and type. And off in the distance, there are some perfectly tessellated fields. And you're just so delighted by this that you don't see what everyone else sees, which is this deep scar crossing the landscape that the Modron March has just created by going through this land.
I don't notice that.
You're just looking at these you're getting like a ruler out of these blades of grass all being the same height, and you're just like, oh.
I'm kind of lingering behind, and I just keep saying stuff like, there's something about this place that I really, really like.
And Lyra will smile and just be like, it's very oddly charming in a sense. Everything's so perfect.
So you're making...
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too. We'll just hang out in the back.
Like,
We'll just hang out in the back, and we can just send each other knowing glances of I hate this.
I like to think that there's a patch of like white button mushrooms that have all grown in the perfect square, and they're all like the perfect same height. And I'm like, oh my god, Pentar, look, this is how you should mushroom.
I go and like pick up like just handful, grab a bunch of them out of the dirt and like shove them in my screaming bag as it's screaming like, then close it, just angry.
Take some. Maybe we can grow some at home.
Is S3 in with anyone in particular, or just wandering around?
Is he still on top of my head?
Unless he's been on top of your head for 2 months. Or a whole month.
I don't tell people how to live their life, so...
Well, he was folding clothes in the house, so did you leave him behind to carry on with his work, or has he come with you?
I think Miga would absolutely like drag him along by the forehand.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is her pet now, so...
Do you still have the fork like on your hand, like on Miga?
I'm probably sure that Miga took it off by now, but yeah, she's taken the shaped like a friend, whose name she gets wrong every time. But yeah, she has taken him along with her.
And he's just sort of like walking around, and he's like little fork hand holding your hand, and looking around, and he's like, what is this, Miga too?
Miga responds with, I don't know, but there's dirt on the ground now because of Pentar has taken all of these mushrooms. And she's like, we should go dig in it.
He sort of like runs over beside you and then starts scraping the ground with his little fork hand.
Oh.
Miga takes out her fork and starts like scooping it into the tambourine and just like dumping it for no reason, just scooping and dumping.
Like you're in like a sandbox.
Yes.
Oh.
Miga's just having the time of her life at all times.
While we are on the subject of S3 4N, Has anyone decorated him in any way? There are hit dice relying on this to help him have some more health.
I mean, Dirge definitely would have drawn some symbols on him for sure.
Yeah, I put mushrooms on him, but I doubt that's very helpful unless someone eats them off of him.
Paint hands. Paint hands.
I apologize
Yeah.
in advance that Mercy has probably polished off everything.
It's okay, Dirge will do it every day. It'll just be like white paint, so his hands will be covered in white paint, and then like white battle paint on his eyes.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, every
Yeah.
night when you go to bed, like he's all like gleaming and shining, and then Mercy, you get up in the morning and again he's just covered in it all.
Yeah, covered in this like
Every
white
day.
battle paint, and Dirge's claws are just always covered in this like chalky white paint that she obviously uses to just like decorate him.
If I have to be honest, Gil is genuinely surprised that they're even there. Like him and Miga. Like he'll even like point it out to Levity and like just grab her shoulder and just be like, "Are they still with us?
Of course.
Doesn't she have family or a school or anywhere else?"
And I bring Gil really close, like, Gil, she's an orphan, Gil. Don't bring up the family stuff to her.
Doesn't she have an orphanage then? Doesn't she have
No.
work?
Certainly not work.
Like Gil's just surprised that they're even there. Has like not noticed either one of their presence for the last the last 4 weeks.
Oh my god.
Maz, does Miga find anything in the dirt, or is it just dirt?
Oh, roll your 100. Let's have a look.
Yes.
Let me open
Oh,
that
boy.
table. One moment.
Yes. All right. Gotta keep it 100. Wait, why did I move that? That's what I used to roll my dice in. Stupid. Oh, that's on the floor. That is. Okay. So that is a 7. Just a straight up 7.
For some reason, someone has buried. You sort of scrape it, and there's a piece of folded up cloth buried here.
Okay. No, keep going.
No,
Okay. Miga takes this little package and like puts it right in the Modron's face and is like, "Look, I found a treasure." And she opens it. Is there anything inside?
there is a piece of really smelly cheese inside.
Amazing. Miga takes a little bite of it and eats some of it.
Oh wow. Roll me a con save.
Oh my god. Oh no.
My constitution
no
is
one
high.
watching the child.
She eats
Gil is
everything. She'll be
definitely
fine.
I'm not worried.
She's
Gil is
fine.
just,
She ate
like,
everything.
standing there watching,
Oh, yeah.
being like, "Is somebody gonna do something?"
She has
is
experience
somebody
yet.
19
standing
plus 2, so 21.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
it's not that bad. It's like a blue cheese, really.
Hmm.
It's mature.
I mean, blue cheese IRL is disgusting, but Miga likes it, I'm sure.
It's probably more mature than half the party. This cheese.
Hmm.
Miga takes the cheese
Ouch.
and brings it over to Pentar and is like, "It smells like a body."
Pentar just like takes it and sniffs it and just immediately eats the entire thing.
Oh wow.
Swallows it whole.
Yeah, roll a con save, but I'm going to give Pentar advantage on this one because, I mean, God,
She's
probably-
used to this.
Yeah.
It's like some immunity to that.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, it's just the blue cheese.
Stomach of steel.
Yeah, she pats Meeg on the head and hands her a mushroom for later.
Oh,
What color is the mushroom?
roll a 20.
You can find out.
Eat the
Alright.
mushroom.
Oh, we could be slaying dragons, and here we are.
So,
eating
roll a
trash.
d20, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. 7. Wait,
It's-
is that a 7 or a 1? Yes, 7.
It's a magenta mushroom. Does she eat it now?
Yeah.
I will save it for later because it's a beautiful color.
Okay. I'll have to make a note of which mushroom you have.
I wrote it down too. I
Okay.
highlighted it.
Cool.
That it has been saved and not eaten.
So all this sort of goes on, and then you really slowly making your way along the path. Lyra's guiding you. you know, Mega's running off every so often to go and look at something new, dragging like a 3-foot in with her, and Dirge and Pentar just like hanging at the back, like. And eventually you get to the mountain, the side of this mountain. And Lyra, everything here, it's just so familiar from your dream. You're able to lead the group straight to an ornate entrance in the side of this mountain, and the carvings are clearly dwarven.
Okay. As they approach like the ornate, she'll kind of touch it and run her hand along it and kind of look at it and be like, I've been here. I know that we have to go through here. It's dwarven. Does anybody know anything? Do I even know anything about like
You
any dwarven
can
history?
roll some religion or history.
Okay, probably religion. Okay, let's see. So 16.
Okay, so this is you've heard sort of tales in like dwarven tales of like their heaven, and there's a place called Mount Clankedin,
Okay.
and it's a great mountain in one of the plains filled with halls and forges and armories, and the dwarf gods of battle live here.
Okay. So it all has to do with like dwarven gods and like very that. Okay. Okay. So I'll relay that back to the group, and say like this is a very like not like a holy kind of like looking place, and I'll say, but I know this place. And she'll like hold her head again. Do I see anything of how to get in from this point, or
it's like a sort of arched entrance, and
Okay.
the doors open easily as you push on them.
Okay, so I'll push on them kind of gently as if to like not disturb anything, but like hard enough, and then we'll go through.
Okay, and right in front of you is just a long, neat, square hallway, and it's all faced with like ivory marble, and even the dust on the floor is in perfect order. Like Mercy looks at it, and it's just like in little sort of like every particle is just lined up neatly.
That's fancy. Okay.
And with your dark vision, you don't need any sort of torches or lights to make your way down here.
Okay. Yeah. Do we see anything like any tapestries on the wall? Any signs of life even like in this area?
There are along the walls there are just carvings of epic dwarven battles, like big carved friezes along the walls.
Okay. All right. I guess unless the party wants to do anything, like should we just keep moving?
Do you sense any danger?
Hold on. Actually, I could probably divine sense, I guess. I could
Yeah,
check
if you
and
want
see
to,
if there's
you
anything.
can.
Yeah. So I'll use divine sense and see if I can sense anything specific.
Do you want to read out for everyone who might not know what divine sense does?
Yeah. So divine sense is a presence. So I can sense a presence of strong evil and powerful good, and it registers on my senses. And as an action, I can open awareness to detect certain forces. It's within. I can figure out the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of the party.
You're not detecting anything within 60 feet. No evil, no good. Nothing is pinging on your radar.
Okay. And she'll say, I don't feel anything. No good, no evil, no nothing really. She'll kind of look and be like, this is unusual.
Yeah, this place is really strange. I think just in case, we should figure out what our marching order is. And I start arranging everybody by height. So I guess Gil, I arrange first.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
It takes
I thought of that.
Yeah, it takes some doing to arrange Gil too, because he's touching everything. He thinks it's amazing in here. He thinks, yes. Oh, this reminds me so much of home.
No, stand here.
Oh, okay.
Dirge
And
has just wandered away. Yeah, Dirge just is sticking pamphlets into like little rock crevices.
Levity is saying a little bit of a prayer and kind of like bowing before she enters in there.
Okay, so Mercy arranges you all in order, and then you make your way down this long, neat hallway, and you find yourself at the end of this hallway in a perfectly square room. There are 4 ivory marble pillars rising up to meet the ceiling. The walls are also this cold, smooth, polished marble. And on the wall opposite to you are 2 levers, and the gap between them seems roughly door-sized.
Okay. I'll kind of think back to my dream and be like, well, Mercy wasn't, and she'll kind of think and be like, Mercy, do you want to maybe help me with the levers?
Okay. And I walk forward. It takes me a while because I'm kind of cleaning up dust as I do. And I have a little raven feather duster that's following behind me and like going all around the room, also cleaning the dust.
It's like the Fantasia brings.
Yeah.
Going.
This place is nice. It just needs a little zhuzh. But what do we do with these levers? Can we perceive or investigate them?
Well, as you approach them, there is a slight grating sound, and a piece of the wall beneath each lever slides upwards, and from out of each hole, a metallic snake slithers. I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Mm-mm.
So I'm going to need my little.
Ah, scream!
16.
So that's 16 for me, girl. 1 second. I need to get my pen to write this down. Where's it gone? I moved it, and I shouldn't have. There it is. Okay. Who else?
I
I
got
got
11.
Oh, sorry. Let's. Everyone spoke at once. Dirge. Dirge.
I got a 3.
Gil. Gil.
12. Sorry, I couldn't find my mute button.
Levity.
15.
Lyra.
I got an 18.
Mercy.
I got a 12 also, but Gil can go first.
Penta.
11.
Oh, I need to roll for your little good robot son. See where he goes.
Robot sense on the board. Uh-oh.
We must protect.
Oh, dang.
We must protect.
He's got
I mean,
some
must we really?
Yes.
He's already
Yes,
broken.
Gil.
Will it matter if he gets just a little more broken?
He got an 18. He's doing okay.
At least S34N does his chores on the chore wheel, Gil.
Well, nobility doesn't have to do chores. That's the point of being nobility.
Okay. So
I roll my eyes as a free action.
rolling your eyes is absolutely a free action. Lyra, what's your dex?
My dex modifier?
Yep.
Or my 1. So I'm just.
I'll put you before the bot son.
Okay.
So our order is just to take note of when your turn is. Unfortunately, the creatures rolled very well, and they are going first.
Cool.
Then it's Lyra, S34N, Miga, Levity, Gil, Mercy, Penta, and Dirge at the end. So these creatures slither out, and they are going to. One is going to slither up to Mercy and try to bite her.
No.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Good or bad?
It was a nat 20.
Did you crit? Oh my.
Oh no!
Honestly, I'm really sorry.
Bye, everyone.
Who did it?
It bit me.
I'd like
Oh.
you to make a Constitution saving throw.
14 plus 4, 18.
Fantastic. You do not suffer the random poison effect, but you do take 9 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Cool.
And the other one is going to slither towards Lyra.
Oh, can I use my reaction?
You can.
Can I hellish rebuke the
You can.
snake?
One of us has it. Awesome.
Yeah, I need the snake to make me a dexterity saving throw, DC 14.
Okay. Oh, 19 plus its dex, so yeah. So is that
Okay,
half damage?
well- Oh, Yeah, sure.
Do you want to read out Hellish Rebuke for anyone that doesn't know
yes,
what it does?
I shall. But sorry, I'm using actual book, so. Hellish Rebuke. I point my finger, and the creature that damaged me is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dex save, and then it takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And as this is, I have this because I'm a tiefling. It's actually cast at 2nd level, so it's an additional d10. So that's 10, 14, 19 fire damage. So half would be 9.
9. So it's going to take 9 damage, no problemo. Now I have to do math in my head, that much. Okay. And the other snake just about manages to find a chink in Lyra's armor to bite it. So can you also do a constitution save for me?
Yes, I can.
DC 13.
Ooh, nat 1.
Oof.
Oh,
I
no.
need to do a random effect on you.
Oh,
Have a look.
Cool, random.
On your next turn, you must use your action to make one weapon attack against a random creature you can see within 30 feet of it,
Oh no.
using whatever weapon you have and moving before if necessary to get in range.
Oh shoot, she's next.
So,
She's
yes,
close.
you are up next. So, there are...
Oh boy.
Roll a d10 for me.
Oh
Versus
boy.
just like Lyra?
Lyra?
Lyra, you've got this weird look.
A 7. My God.
It's Gil.
Oh no.
I'm okay with this.
So when I attack, am I like cognitively aware of what's going on, or can I say anything like "I'm sorry" or like say anything like?
Yeah, it doesn't say that you're incapacitated anyway. You're just poisoned and you are confused. So you're
Oh,
not sure who
confused.
you're.
Oh, she's like delirious.
Mm.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. Come at me then, I guess.
Come at me, bro.
It's
guess,
okay.
yeah,
He's
you
got
just-
loads of armor. Make your attack.
Yeah.
So I guess she'll wind up with her glaive and kind of just make eye contact with Gil and just like kind of like shake her head and just kind of just upper like with her glaive just for the jawline, I guess.
And Gil like sees this.
Oh, for
and
the
this moment, and it's,
face!
my face. he's like, no, 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 no. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I rolled a 9. Oh wait, 9 plus attack bonus. So what is that? Oh, math. 9, 10, 13. 13.
Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah, he just kind of like whoop, because his
Gets out of
AC is
it.
18, so he like, I say, Lyra.
And she kind of just like goes like this. And she's like, I don't know why. I'm sorry. And she'll like kind of make sure look around, make sure everybody else is okay, and to see if everybody else is fighting. And then she'll just kind of like set her
Yeah.
weapon down a bit.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
like, eyes on the target, Lady Lyra.
I mean, I want to punch him in the face too sometimes, but I don't actually want to do it.
No one asked you, Yates.
She'll be like, I didn't mean it. I didn't. And she'll just kind of like, yeah.
S3 for N is like sees all this. His little eye is just as wide as it can be, and then he marches up to one of the snake that bit you, Lyra, and then just like jabs his little fork hands into it, and he is going to actually do 5 damage to it as he jabs his little fork in.
Wow, look at him go.
And then he looks round and he goes, me got to did this right? He's like
Miga
looking
is
for affirmation.
yeah. Miga's super excited by all of this now. Is it her turn yet?
It is your turn.
Okay. Is emboldened, takes out her very dainty dessert fork. Which does that count as a dagger? Can that count
Yeah,
as a dagger?
can it as a
Okay.
dagger.
And let's see. Can I do a sneak attack on the snake?
You can because S3 foreign is next to it.
Okay, I would like to do the sneak on the snake.
Sneak on
And
the
that's
snack.
A snick.
6. Where is it? 6. Okay, so I have to do the d20 first. Not get ahead of ourselves here. Okay, so 13. Is that enough?
That is just enough. You find a little chink in its scaly metallic plates and you shove it right between it.
Okay, so then I roll the 2d6, right?
You roll the dagger and your sneak attack.
All right, so oh, I can't find anything on this new D&D Beyond. So for dagger, do I just roll?
It's
What do I roll for
1d4
that?
plus dex.
1d4 plus dex. Oh shit. Okay. Dexterity. Okay, so that is 2 plus 2, so 4.
Plus sneak attack.
And then for sneak attack, 3, 4.
So that's 11 altogether.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the same one that the robot son stabbed.
Yes.
Okay. Good, good. And it's Levity next.
All right, so Levity sees the little snake that's Miga and S3 are fighting, and then she'll kind of like run, jump, and then kind of do a flip, and then kind of bring her feet down on top of its head, and that'll be an unarmed strike.
Mhm.
So that is a 16.
Yes, that hits.
All right, so that is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then she'll like quickly just kind of like punch it in the head a few more times. She's going to use her flurry of blows. So it's going to use a key point to make 2 more unarmed strikes at it. So first one is going to be a 24. Second
Yeah.
one is natural 20. So
Woo!
Nice.
so
Woo!
first one is 6
Okay.
and 4.
Remember,
7.
we're going to max one of the dice on crits.
Okay.
Or you guys are going to max one of the dice on
7.
crits. So
So
7
that's
for that one.
Nope, that's 11 points.
Okay, fantastic.
Mhm. That's it.
Yeah, it's like the plating on it is starting to dent slightly, and it's getting a little scuffed. And it's Guild's turn.
Yeah, Gil's going to, he's gonna brandish that shield and everything, and move closer to the snakes, and he's gonna do, what ho, a challenge is it, and activate his channel divinity for champion challenge, and they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC 13.
Do you want to read out what
Leveled up.
champion challenge is for everyone?
Oh
Because,
yeah, absolutely.
I think is Oath of the Crown one of the newer
Yes,
ones.
it is. So for my champion challenge, I'm going to issue a challenge that compels other creatures to do battle with me. Each creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet has to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature can't willingly move more than 30 feet away from me. This effect ends on the creature if I'm incapacitated or if I die, or if they are somehow moved 30 feet away from me.
Okay. So they both look around at you, but then the one that is next to Mega and the robot looks back away at your good robot son. So you successfully challenge one, but not the other.
Okay, and then he's just gonna brandish his he's gonna go ahead and just brandish his shield in the meantime. It does not say whether or not it's a bonus action or an actual action, so I'm just gonna treat it as an action.
I believe channel divinities are usually actions.
Yeah,
But
I know
that's
Turn the Tide is bonus, but
Is that
I
a
think this one's
Xanathar's one?
it's a UA,
Okay.
Unearthed Arcana.
Oh, I haven't got that to hand.
I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna treat it as an action because it doesn't say otherwise.
Yeah, usually they are. Okay.
Yeah. So
Uh,
he's basically getting their attention.
Anything else?
No, I think I think besides moving, yelling, and using that, I think he's used up.
Then it is Mercy.
The flames from Mercy's hellish rebuke die down, and she's there clutching her arm where like little trickles of blood are trickling from where the snake bit her with her glass hand. And she takes her hand and stares at the blood staining all of the colors. And then she goes, I didn't like that. And she clutches the metal snake and casts Shocking Grasp.
Nice.
Which I believe it's made of metal, so I guess would that count as metal armor? Because then I get advantage.
Yes,
on my
I
roll.
will let you do that as.
Okay, well it's 17 on the die, so 17 plus stuff, plus 6.
And is that your
23.
with advantage? Yeah.
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 So I deal 7 points of lightning damage.
Lovely.
And I'd say the sparks of lightning kind of throw Mercy back because it can't take reactions. I'm gonna move away.
Okay, so no reactions. Cool. If that's everything, it's Pentar's turn.
Pentar kind of scurries over to Lyra and sniffs her, and is she able to tell if she's still poisoned? Does she seem like she's still something's going on there?
Do a medicine check, but you're gonna have advantage because you're Mushroom Queen.
Okay. Cool. 22.
She seems to have shook off the confusion she was under.
Well, Pentar's gonna go ahead and spit into her hand and then like wipe it across Lyra's forehead and cast protection from poison. So that way she is protected in the future.
Oh, gross.
Lyra will kind of look and just be like, "Oh, thank you," and she'll kind of like regain herself and ready herself again.
Mercy was maybe moving towards the safety of Pentar and her friends, and then she saw that, and then she moved in the other direction.
Okay.
Mika also sees the spit exchange, spits like a huge wad of spit in her hand, and like wipes it on the Modron. It does nothing, but she just wants to be a part of it. So
Pentar nods.
The Modron can't spit, but it sort of like touches his little fork to his mouth and then pats you.
goodbye.
Maz is gonna break my heart. Something's gonna happen to this guy.
Anything else, Pentar?
No, that's it.
Then it's Dirge.
Yay. So I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers on myself, which is you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube of 5 feet on each side, and centered on a point you choose within range. So I'm just putting it around myself. And if a creature enters my Cloud of Daggers, it does 4d4 slashing damage.
Okay.
So I've cast that, and now I have a bunch of daggers around me, and I'm just gonna stay.
Daggers.
Yeah, there's a bunch of daggers. I'm just gonna stay in the back and just that was my action, so I'm just hiding with a bunch of daggers.
Does Dirge just like try and wander out of it and back in so she can kill herself?
No, yeah. She's just like, I don't feel like dying maybe today because I do kind of want to see what's happening in this like weird Arcadia business. So maybe she can convert some of the more powerful powers to want the true death. Her work isn't done, is what I'm saying. So Cloud of Daggers.
Fair enough. We're back round to the top of the order. So these creatures are going to do another bite. So one's going to try and bite Lyra again.
Oh no.
Nat 1. And the other is going to try and bite Gil. And Nat 1 again. This die has failed me.
I love
Gil
this die.
mocks him.
We
The best
stand a
one.
nat 1 die.
And
The
it's
best
Lyra's,
dice. You
Ho-ho!
it's Lyra's turn. I've thrown it over there. It's Lyra's turn.
Stop.
That was the good one.
So Lyra is gonna like kind of shake herself out of her stupor, and she's going to cast command at the remaining, like the snake, I guess, that's closer to her, closest, I guess. So what command does is I speak a one-word command to a creature I can see within range, and the target must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay, I better find another d20 to roll. So, what's your DC for this command?
Let me look. So that's a 12.
Rolls a 17. No modifier.
No.
What's the command that she says anyway?
She'll kind of look at it, and you can see her eyes, she has very golden eyes, and you can see them kind of cloud and get dark around the edges, and you can tell that she's getting frustrated, and the poison kind of took her off guard, and she'll kind of say in, I guess infernal, she would probably say flee, and she would just stare it down, and just kind of just say flee.
It just stares back.
Lyra does not like this at all. She is not a happy being right now.
The good robot son tries to jab its dagger in again, but it's full hand, but it just sort of clanks against the armor plate this time, and one of the little tines gets bent, and it sort of holds it up to you, Mega, and he says, "Me got too hurt."
Miga takes the damaged fork off and switches it out for her fancy dessert fork.
It waves it around quite gleefully, and it's your turn.
All right.
And you now have a bent fork.
I now have the most dangerous game, a bent fork. Okay. How many snacks are left?
They're both still there.
Both still left? Okay. Does any of them look particularly ouched? Any of them hurt?
The one that had bit Lyra looks more ouched than the other.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. Is that one still near Lyra?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try and do sneak attack on that.
Okay.
With I'm gonna just use the skewer, the wooden skewer from before. Instead of the met fork, we'll save that one for later. Okay, 19.
Excellent.
And then with dagger, it's the new. Okay, 4. Then, okay, 4 and 6. So 10, 14.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, one of the, as you sort of ram this stick in and wiggle it about, one of the plates pops off.
Okay. Lovely.
And
These are good dice. Whoever sent me these dice, these are nice. Thank you. Sending me these blessed dice. I want to do I need to use disengage? I still don't really understand cunning action.
if you are moving away from that one, you will.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and disengage from that one.
And where are you moving to? The other one?
Away.
Or just a...
Yeah, I'll go back to the other one.
Okay. Levity.
All right, Levity's going to be be as distracting as possible by basically like kneeing it in its eye. So I'm going to just try and just unarmed strike. No, that's a 9. I do not, but I'm going to use my bonus action to take another strike. That is less, so I do not.
Your fists just pummel ineffectively against its metal plating. Gil.
All right, so Gil is going to he's got his shield ready, and he'll kind of put his hand next to his Yukulwa to draw his scimitar, and he'll say, "Anytime, Father, anytime." And right then he'll invoke Searing Smite for his bonus action, which a Searing Smite for any tieflings of Zariel descent. Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon during the spell's duration, your weapon flares with a white-hot intensity and the attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage to the target and causes the target to ignite in flames. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, the spell ends. If the target or a creature within 5 feet of it uses an action to put out the flames, or if some other effect douses the flames, such as the target being submerged in water, the spell ends. So he'll go ahead and use his bonus action to evoke that, and then swing his scimitar at the damaged snake. That's next to like Miga and S34N.
Okay.
And let me just add that. Yeah, I got all that strength now. All right, so that is an 18.
Yes, that hits.
Yeah, I'm strong. And
Can
then
you
he's
give me
gonna
your
take-
fire damage separately?
Yes, I will do that. Oh god. There we go. I assume the Constitution saving throw will be the same as my spell thing, right?
Yeah, what's your DC for that?
13.
And that was at the end of its turns, was that?
Yeah. So for the scimitar damage, that is a 9.
Okay.
And then for the fire damage, it's a 3.
Yeah, this
And
one's
so now he is on fire.
starting to look really bad. There's sparks flying off of it. Yeah, it's on fire. It's not doing good.
He's having a bad day.
This one is having a real bad day. Some springs are falling out. Mercy.
All right, so Mercy backed up, kind of got her bearings, and she sees Gil do this searing smite. And she says, okay, let's cleanse with fire then. And I would like to launch a firebolt at the one that's not doing so great.
Mhm.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, I roll a d10. That's a 8. Boop. I do 7 fire damage.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, the end of its tail just sort of melts and falls off. And you think another one of them will get rid of it. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Pintar.
Pentar focuses on that snake and kind of holds her hand out, and she's going to try to cast Thorn Whip, but her own version of it. We'll see. 18 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like a long tendril of like fungi comes out and whips at the snake.
Your face, Lisa, you just was like, no. Nope.
Nope.
For 4 damage.
Okay, yep. There are just bits falling off of this thing everywhere. It's held together by some wires inside and nothing more. And did you say it was a thorn whip? Does it have to, are you moving it?
Yeah, it says if it's larger, smaller, it'll pull it closer to me. But I don't know if I'm about that life, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna let him exist where he is
That's,
at a distance from me.
that is fine. It is Dirge's turn.
Okay, so I've got my daggers on me. How many of these snakies are left?
There's still 2. One is just almost completely disintegrated into pieces. It's just like
Okay,
plates and
I
wires.
would like
and...
to just cast blindness on both of the last one.
Okay, tell me what blindness does.
All right, so blindness, you can blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature. I guess I could just do one, so I'll just do one, and they need to make a con save. So the one that's less hurt, I'll cast blindness on it. It needs to make a con save, and it needs to hit a DC 15.
Okay, and
I'm like,
it
my claws.
sort of misses that, and it just sort of starts, the head on it just starts spinning around, and like you
Alright,
can
so-
hear sort of clicking and whirring as this thing
Alright.
can't get its bearings.
It's blind now. You're welcome. Someone hit it who has armor on.
And that means it now has disadvantage on any attacks, I believe, as it is blinded. Where
Hooray, yes.
is my condition thing? Blinded. A blinded creature can't see, automatically fails any check that requires sight. Attack rolls have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
So you actually get advantage when
That's-
attacking it as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this
Nice.
one is gonna. Oh, dropped it. Completely miss trying to attack Gil. And then the other one, which is almost in pieces, also misses attacking Gil. Like they both sort of slither up to you, and
He mocks them again. Ha ha!
yeah, this blinded one is sort of just like goes around the room slightly in like a weird zigzag, and then just crashes into your leg, and then tries to like bite you, and
Oh
just
yeah.
catches on your greave, and you're just
like,
looking down and just like.
See how in awe of my power they are.
And yeah, the other one is just its teeth fall out as it tries to bite you. And Lyra.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack the one that's closest, I guess, or the one that's most. Which one is closer to kind of Lyra, or do I have to like move to like get?
Probably the most injured one is near you, isn't it?
Okay, perfect. I'll take a hit at that one then, and I'm gonna ready my glaive again, and I'm gonna kind of take a slash at it. And as I'm kind of like making the movement, I'll be like, Saloon, please just guide my blade, and I'm just gonna take a swipe at it.
Mhm.
So that is a 12.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to give you advantage since it's in pieces.
Okay. Roll again. Okay, so that was worse. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your blade is guided between the plates as there aren't many left.
Okay.
And
He's
you,
not having a good day.
yeah, do not connect with it, unfortunately.
Okay.
But the our good robot son that we all love and adore, sees what you're trying to do, and he runs up to it and jabs his little fork in again. And Mega, please tell me how your good robot son brings the true death to this snake.
Hey. That's my boy. That's my son.
How does he kill it?
I mean, it's practically falling apart, right?
Yeah.
I think it would be funny if it just like cartoonily just like kind of fell apart into like a pile of snake nonsense. Like, you know how in cartoons, you know how like cartoons and like cartoons die and they just turn into a skeleton suddenly? I imagine it's like that.
So like he just rams his little fork hand in and he pulls it out and there's like all wires wrapped around it, and then all the plates just that are left are just like dunk.
Yes, just like that.
Like a spring pops out, goes pew, 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 pew.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
That is exactly it. And it is your turn, Miga. There is one left.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and do the sneak on a snake.
Okay.
7. So I'm gonna go. Is that a miss?
If that's with your attack modifier, then yes.
Oh wait, my attack modifier.
Is this the blind one?
Oh, you've got advantage. Yes, it's blinded.
Yes.
Yeah, he's blinded. I did that.
Pew, pew,
Dirge
Yeah, you
did
did.
that. Dirge did that. I'm gonna take
We did
that
it.
off.
Team
That's dead.
effort. I helped the most.
Yes, you did, Gil. Yes, you did.
Shining
No, that was
personality.
TK saying that.
Yeah, but that's with my extras. My extras.
So what was it with the advantage?
My gosh, D&D Beyond, please don't be this way.
Adele, you're gonna get us canceled.
I'm trying my hardest, okay? It's not them, it's me. Can't read. So 5 was a 2.
Yeah, again, that does not hit.
It's not enough.
Not enough. But it's Levity's turn.
All right, yeah, Levity's gonna kind of like dodge around the blinded snake and just try and pry off one of the little panels by like kind of like punching it off. She's gonna, with advantage, take an unarmed strike. That is a 23, and that is going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And with that plate loosened, she's gonna try and like kind of like jab her hand in there and try and pull out as many like insides as possible. So I'm gonna take 2 unarmed strike. I mean, I'm gonna use just one strike. Sorry.
Okay.
Not gonna use a key point for that. That is a 22.
Can you also, while you're doing that, roll me?
Shauna's just like, no.
Uh-oh.
Sleight of hand.
Absolutely
Roll me
not.
sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand. Okay, good. It's like Constitution. No.
Oh no. Just like something out of nowhere, like roll a charisma. It's like, what the?
11.
Okay. You pull a handful of wires out, and you're not sure what they do.
Okay.
What was the damage for your second strike? Sorry.
It was 7 points.
For both of them. Your first was.
Yep.
Okay. No, that's great. That's great. I will note that down.
I have these wires.
You've now got a handful of wires.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is blue, like Mia.
Mm.
Gil.
Okay, so quick question. Would you say that Levity is like holding the snake down and pulling wires out of it?
I guess, yeah, possibly.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if Levity is like holding it, and I'm not gonna say the word prone, but if that were the case,
Why you do me like this?
I mean, you have advantage anyway because it's
yeah,
blinded.
I know.
Mhm.
I kind of want Gil to like grab onto, like, even though I want him to put his scimitar down for a second and grab onto the middle between Levity's hands and pull against her.
Okay.
And try and use her as leverage to rip the snake in half.
Both do me strength checks.
Oh my. Oh boy, strength checks. Oh, I'm
Don't
actually
let me
okay.
down, Yates.
Oh, Yates.
Oh my
Gilly?
gosh. Yes.
Gilly.
Yes.
13.
Yes. And then I'm proficient. I'm so ready.
There'll be no living with him.
19.
Okay.
I had to add my extra shit.
Roll me 2d6. Okay, you pull some plates off as you do that.
Good enough. Okay, yeah, that'll be my action then.
Is this the one that was on fire?
No, the other one was on.
Okay, no, good.
Don't worry, I double checked right before I did something stupid.
Oh. Lyra?
Mercy, as everyone moves over to the other snack, Mercy rushes over to the remains of the first one to check them out. But while she does that, she launches a firebolt at the snake everyone's attacking with a 22.
Yep.
To hit. Roll a d10. I deal 5 fire damage.
Fantastic. Yeah, this one is starting to fall apart as well now. There's just springs rolling across the floor everywhere. And Pentar.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Pentar is going to... She is going to extend her hand and try to attack them with a spray of poison. So they need to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
They are immune to poison.
Oh, shit. I should have thought of that.
I mean, Gil and Levity aren't. Wait.
No, he's also that.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, so she does something totally useless because I'm dumb, so it's fine.
So is she still going to spray her poison?
Yeah, she tries to because she thinks that that's going to help because that's what she's all about. So
Tell me about spray of poison. What does it do?
you extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Okay, so this puff of gas floats around, and I'd like Levity and Gil to make that Constitution save anyway.
Love you guys.
This is why you don't have friends, Kayla.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry.
Because I don't think things through.
Oh my god. I even Kayla. I'm so mad.
I'm sorry. This is what she would do. It's real dumb. I'm sorry.
This is why I'm by the other snake, guys.
I did get a 16. No thanks from Kayla.
Levity? You're muted.
I also got 16.
Fantastic.
Oh, you're fine.
There's just this really gross smell of like egg wafts past you. And you're just like, what? But you don't.
I mean,
nothing else happens. It just
I
smells
mean,
really
Levity's
bad.
Levity's a sensate, so she has experienced everything, good or bad. So it's an experience.
Gil just like looks Levity in the eye and is like, "Don't look at me. It was."
Would you just have the eggs?
It wasn't me. I have a sensitive stomach.
I can tell.
Good.
Is the snake still alive?
One. This one is.
What?
There's not much of it left.
I'm so upset. I blinded it for you guys. What a disappointment.
I don't know how you could be more disappointed in Gil, but manages it.
Okay, well, God, I'm just trying to figure out what I should do to just end him, but I don't really have a lot of those kind of spells, unfortunately.
It's not going to take a lot.
All right. You know what? I guess I'll just like run up and just stab it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be like, well, do I have to do all this by myself? And I'll just run up and stab it. So I have a dagger, and it's +4 to hit, but I can also do psychic blades. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one of your bardic inspiration to deal extra psychic damage. So
well, let's see how much the dagger does first.
Okay, all right, cool. So I'm gonna roll the hit. Let's see. That's an 11. No, it's 12. 12.
I'm gonna say because
Did you
some
roll
of the
with
plates.
advantage?
Oh yeah, it's.
Oh yeah, I do
blinded.
get advantage because I blinded him. Oh,
It's
good. And that's
blind,
22.
Then that definitely hits.
Okay, and then it says 1d4 plus 2. So.
Oh, then how do you bring the true death to the snake, Dirge?
Oh, good. Yeah, I will just take it and just stab my dagger just through its head onto the ground, just like Australian outback style. And just be like, seriously, am I the only one who knows? Whatever. Fine, it's dead. I did my job. And just walk away.
Levity just holds up a handful of wires and just. And she's like, she gives it to Miga. It's like, are these treasures? Just hands it to her.
Yes. Oh, no. Also, I can't bring the true death to a machine, so I mean, let's just leave.
Miga absolutely takes all of the wires and shoves them in her bag.
This bag.
So both the snakes are dispatched. You're out of initiative, and you are still in this square room with the levers on the wall.
Lyra, why would your god send us to this place?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. It kind of sucks.
As they say this, she kind of recoils a little bit. She's like, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. And she'll kind of run up to Mercy and like go in her bag and pull out like this bandage ribbon and start wrapping like her arm with it and like put lay on hands to her little.
Oh, yes,
wound.
please.
Yeah.
No.
And I'll give you 5.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And as she's like wrapping your arm like meticulously, she's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean to put anybody in danger. I don't understand. I'm just she'll kind of like look frustrated and she's like, I didn't mean it. And she'll look at Gil and be like, I didn't, I'm sorry. And she'll like just apologize.
Is there any reason that Gil would interpret this as like a trial sent by her god?
He could interpret it that way. Yes, it's possible.
Okay. So he'll just like pat Lyra's shoulder and just be like, it's all right. It's part of their plan. If I know you, and I do know you, Lady Lyra, I'm sure that you have as much faith in your god as any knight, as me even. And he'll yeah, and he'll just like wait at the door like, come, let's get going. Let's get your trial over with. You're a hero. Let's go.
And she'll kind of smile at that and then nod, and she'll just kind of make her way towards levers again. Yeah. And whether or not Mercy wants to pull the other one?
Yeah, are we able to? I mean, I don't think Mercy would. Okay, yeah, are we doing this?
It's like, okay,
Stand next to a lever.
So
Actually, I will cast my mage hand, and my mage hand will hold the lever, and I'll stand back with everybody else.
So are you pulling them both at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
As you do that, there is this grating sound as the part of the wall between the levers slides upwards and reveals a hallway.
Oh, I guess
We did
that
it!
worked. Yay!
I thought we were gonna die, but we didn't. That's fun.
Yay!
I mean, I wanted to die, but you know what I mean.
And
And
Levity, as this door opens and you look down the hallway, you can see, with your slightly higher passive perception, there is a figure sort of lying on the floor, near, just at the edge of your dark vision.
Just lying. Oh, there's someone on the other side of this this hallway. She'll just run. She'll run over and just kind of see what's up.
And it's this black dragonborn, and he seems really confused, and he's like, "Where am I?"
Oh, you're in Arcadia. Like this is some sort of holy place. And how are you here? Are you all right?
He sort of shakes his head, and he's like, I ate a mushroom, and I got here.
Oh,
Mika
no.
like
Oh,
side eyes
no.
Pentar.
How do I get
Oh.
back?
Pintar's awkward.
Where's back for you?
I don't even know.
Oh.
And he just like looks up at this like enclosed space and just starts freaking out. He's like, "No, I don't want to be in the cave again."
Oh, here, have some of this. She'll take out her flask and kind of give it to him. Like, just calm down. We'll
He's sort
take you
of like-
safely and get back home.
Gives
It's okay.
gives you a bit of side eye, but then drinks it. But then he's just sort of like still just lying on the floor, just like, help! I want to get home.
Lyra, there is someone here. Can you?
Yeah,
We can help him.
Yeah, and she'll run up and she'll like inspect him for. Does she see any like wounds on him or anything like of other
No,
like, physical distress?
Do medicine, actually. Do medicine.
Yeah, I will. All right, let's see. 11.
He seems to be fine. You don't see anything out of the ordinary on him.
Okay, and I'll just say he looks fine. I don't understand. I think he just wants out, and she'll kind of look and be like, "Where did you find the mushroom? Like where? Why?"
He sort of like holds his pouch up here. In here, I got some mushrooms.
Oh, and she'll kind of look at Pentar and be like, "Pentar, do you know what mushrooms these are?" And she'll kind of like take the bag.
When you look over to see Pentar, she's just not there because she had wild shaped into a little cranium rat that's covered in fungus.
Oh.
And she's at the bag, like pulling it open with her little rat hands to see what's inside.
Okay.
Inside there are loads of different mushrooms. Most of them are brown. But you notice there's like there's a beige one, there's a yellow one, there's a black one, there's a brown one. Oh, I said brown, sorry. But like, yeah, there's a couple of different colours.
So
It's
black,
mostly
yellow.
brown.
Mostly
There's
brown.
some lavender ones. There's some red ones as well.
She with her little cranium rat hands like sorts through the mushrooms and holds up the black one with her little little rat hands and squeaks.
And this Dragonborn like gets right up close to you, and he's like, "What? This one?"
Pentar squeaks and like kind of runs, like drops the black one and runs and hides behind Urge.
And he sort of like picks it up and looks at it, and then he puts it in his mouth, and then poof, he vanishes.
Oh.
So don't eat the black ones. Is
Oh, interesting.
Does anyone else think this is a hazard to have here?
Gil looks at Lyra and is
Just,
like, suppose he was sent by your god too.
I've never seen. He wasn't in the dream at all. I wonder how he ended up. And she'll kind of like look, and she'll kind of collect all the mushrooms and like put it back in the bag, whatever's left over, and then she'll just kind of close it and put it. Oh, I guess she would give it to Pentar, but if Pentar is like a little cranium rat at the moment, she'll just put it in her bag and be like,
She
"I
just
don't
has,
think we should do this. I don't think we should use these."
She's got like little ye old sandwich zip blocks.
Sealed.
That's what she has. Yeah, she
Also-
pulls out like just like a bag and like or like one.
Dirge is just gonna like motion to Pentar, like if Pentar wants to like just perch on her, just like the centipede, but little rat, and be like,
Oh yeah, she perches the heck out of your shoulder.
perfect. And yeah, and Dirge will just like give her a scritch.
Aw.
First pal's getting a scritching.
Perch
Yeah.
pals.
But
That's great.
Lyra, as you sort of look down this corridor, you recognise it again from your dream. There's a marble archway at the end of the corridor, and it opens up into a larger room. And you feel like this is where you have to be.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of like be like with the mushrooms, and I'll be like fiddling with them, and then I'll like look, and I'll kind of realign my she'll realign her mind kind of with the task at hand. She'll be like, I think we should go through those doors. Let's go. Let's keep on moving. She'll with her back straight, she'll just walk in that direction.
Hurry after Lyra.
Yep.
So as you step into this room, the acoustics change. There's a slight echo. In front of you, there are this cold ivory marble again, and there's 3 archways. There's 2 pillars, so there's 3 archways. Beyond that, you can hear just the faint splashes of water in a cavern, and see just a slight glow as if light's reflecting off of water. But before these arches, right in front of you, is a pedestal, and upon it is a crystal sphere held up in some like ornate claws, and all around the walls there are small alcoves carved out of the marble.
Miga wants that sphere.
Oh
Is
no.
this-
No.
Is
Mika.
this from your dream, Lyra?
I don't remember seeing a sphere, but they did tell me that there would be treasure. Is this maybe the treasure? I'm not. And she'll kind of like mumble and kind of look, and I'm gonna and then she'll like, can I tell whether it's dwarven made or like whether it's like elven, like what is
Roll a history check. This one.
Okay. 9.
You're not sure. It's not dwarven, but you're not sure where it's from.
Okay, yeah. I'll say that to the group. I'll be like, I don't know where it's from or what it is, but and I feel like drawn. Do I feel drawn to it at all? Like
Very drawn to it. Very, very drawn to it.
Okay, so as she's kind of saying this, she's kind of like walking towards it until she's close enough to touch it.
Okay.
I would definitely follow Lyra into the room so she's not alone.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I say, Lyra, be careful. Sometimes stories like this, they are trapped.
Yeah.
Keep the real
Can I do, like,
treasure
a-
secret.
Can I do a perception check on this room?
Yes, absolutely. Or investigation, whichever's best.
I
for you.
rolled a 1. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just talking to the rat on my shoulder.
Yeah, you're just looking around, and you spot like in one of the alcoves, there's a small pile of bones.
Oh shit! I'm not paying attention at all.
Oh no.
I was gonna say I was hoping Gil could assist Dirge because he's gonna be on the lookout for any more snake doors.
Oh, sure.
thinking-
Sure. Roll
Yeah.
again then, Dirge.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
to assist.
Oh, that's a dirty 20. So
Okay, so
thank
you
you.
see this pile of bones, and it's like a little alcove in the wall, like a niche for offerings. And the
Yeah.
bone pile is very small, and it's like a rat or other small mammal, but there's no
Oh.
skull. But you also see, and what Levity also sees is there is a gleam catching your eye from the other side, and as you look over, there's this shining mithril tankard.
Ooh. I just like point out, I'm like, I don't really care about material items, but someone who likes shiny things might, and I'm like, want that.
Does Gil recognize that as like an offering type thing with the bones?
Roll religion if you like.
I would love to fail at that.
Oh no.
Please do.
Oh no, I rolled a 18.
It's not a religious offering. This doesn't feel like a necessarily a place for offerings. It's a religious place, but not in the sense that anyone worships anyone here.
Oh, okay. Well then, in that case, he's gonna be like walking along the walls, like be like, "Is this a snake hole? What is that? Is that a snake hole? Yates, Yates, are there snakes here?" And he'll just spend the whole time doing that then.
Well, I was gonna say Dirge is pointing out the goblet to him, or the tankard.
He's really concerned about snakes now. He probably loves the look of the tankard, but he's
Mika
like
wants to
really
touch the
concerned
tankard.
No, and she does not point it out to Mika at all.
Damn it.
No, not at all. If
Mika
he's
still
not
wants the
paying
ore.
attention, then she'll point it out to Lyra and be like, "Do you know that? What's that?"
And
Lyra?
Lyra kind of like pull herself like from this thing and like look. And can I roll like a history check or like to see
Yeah,
what it
sure.
is? Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Nat 1. I don't know what it is.
It's some sort of dwarven thing. They like to drink. Something to do with dwarves. Levity,
Yeah.
you've noticed it as well. Do you want to do any checks on it?
Yeah, I'll investigate it. See if
Okay.
there's anything like around that I shouldn't be touching. All right, so that is a 15.
You're quite drawn to this. It's embossed with joyous dwarven faces, and it doesn't seem to be anything dangerous about it. And in fact, as you sort of go up to it and sort of like you feel a sort of magical aura to it.
Okay, she is just gonna steel herself and just kind of say a quick prayer, and then just kind of like, as reverently, just try and pick up the thing and take it out of the alcove.
Okay, so as you pick up, it's definitely magical. Definitely. You get the feeling if you sort of like spend some time with this and meditate with it, and you'll come to learn the words you need to speak to fill this tankard with dwarven ale.
Oh heck yeah! Yes, yes, that is exactly what I need.
Cheers.
Yes.
That's the best.
She's just kind of like holds it. It's like I mean, there's magic in this thing, but doesn't seem like that it's important or didn't set off anything for this. Someone maybe just left it here, and it's important. It's nice, but I'm concerned about that thing in the center of the room still.
So, Lyra, yeah, you feel drawn back to this bowl again. What do you do?
So yeah, you see her kind of turn and kind of make her way towards it. Do I sense magic on it at all? Either too? Like
do
if
a
I'm gonna touch
religion
it?
check for me.
Okay. I just don't want to like explode or anything, or like figure like it's like a bomb or something. I don't know. 16.
You think it might be your god wants to talk to you through this.
Okay. And she looks at it and she kind of like realizes what it is. And she'll touch it and kind of put both hands on it, and she'll take a deep breath and let whatever happens happen.
Okay. Miga.
Yes.
S34N is just sort of walking around the room next to Gil, waving his little fork. He's going, Snick, sir, Snick, Snick, and then occasionally jabbing at the floor. And then he sort of like looks up at these little alcoves, and then he starts poking at the bones with his little forked hand.
Do I see him doing that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
He's
I'm
not
like, I'll just walk.
He's not secretive about it. He's just yelling and doing his thing.
I'll walk over to him and say, "Hey, buddy, what you pointing at that for?"
Designation organic creature.
It was.
Was?
It's dead.
What is dead?
Deactivated permanently.
His eyes all wide and he looks like really shocked and sad. He's like,
Oh,
why deactivate?
it looks like a snake killed it, right, or something.
It just looks like a sort of, it's been there a
Oh.
while, it's just a dead animal, just the skull's missing.
All right. I'm gonna say it happens with the passing of time, little buddy, and sometimes faster if you want it to.
He looks a little sort of, looks like he's frowning a little and looks a little, hangs his sort of like little round body slightly.
I don't feel bad at all.
And then he sort of looks round at you, Miga, and he goes, will Miga to deactivate?
Well, Mia's like still pretty little, so she probably doesn't have a concept of what death is in a permanent sense. So she goes, "No, probably not."
He just like perks up a little and nods.
Yeah.
Church is just like, whatever. Just like walks away.
Mercy, what are you up to?
I am probably standing near Lyra because she pointed out that sphere. So I'm just gonna stand near her and make sure she's okay.
And Pentar, you're still just as a rat.
Yeah, just kind of perching really sinisterly on Dirge's shoulder, like my little rat hands covered in fungus. Like I have my brain, brain sticking out, fungus all over, just like
Unsanitary.
Lyra, as you place your hands on this ball, you feel like you must gaze into it. And as you look and peer into this ball, you are assaulted with the eyes that you see in your dreams. There's just hundreds and thousands of these eyes swirling in the blackness, never blinking, always seeing. And the familiar voice of your god is filling your mind. And it says, Lyra, it is impossible to divine the future when there is no future to see. I am accustomed to seeing all, but soon I will see nothing. I will feel nothing, and I will be nothing. What I do know, however, is that it is something to do with her. And as you hear these last words, you feel the strangest urge to look directly at Mercy.
Okay. I'll kind of turn my head, I guess, yeah. So I'm seeing all these visions, and then I'm just like, snap out of it. And you can see that she is paler than usual, and like Lyra's skin's already like pretty like pale and white. And she'll look directly at Mercy and just shake her head. And just like, she's speechless. She's scared. You can see in her face that she's not at all happy with this scenario, and she looks very scared.
So Mercy, Lyra is looking at you.
Are you okay? What did it do? Is it like what your dreams said would happen?
And she'll kind of be like, it's always the dreams. It's always the dreams. And she's like shaking. And they said it has to do, I don't know, with her, with you. And she's like just confused. confused, but I'm actually she'll have still her hands on the crystal ball as she kind of looks. Yeah.
You look scared.
And she'll kind of take a deep breath and she'll be like, I am. And you can hear in her voice that it's very true.
Mercy is feeling kind of freaked out because Lyra is freaked out, and she's usually such a steady rock. And just instinctively, she's going to reach out and touch the crystal ball just to make sure Lyra is okay and see what's going on.
To you, it is just a ball of glass.
And then I'm going to feel Lyra's forehead.
Lyra, are you having like a cold sweat or something?
Yeah, I'm clammy, I'm cold, I'm shaking a little bit, like just a slight tremble. And you can hear her just kind of mumbling under her breath. It's the eyes, always the eyes. Saloon, why? No. Oh, and she'll just like you can tell she's freaking out.
Oh, Mercy.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
no, yeah. Well, Mercy's like holding Lyra and just being like, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. And just kind of subtly, so she doesn't see room, is like wiping the sweat off of her hand. Like a subtle prestidigitation.
Yeah. Okay. With my hands like still on the ball, is the vision like gone like that? Like, is it totally gone, or am I still like
That the vision, you've got the message that you needed to hear.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, you can. I guess she'll take her hands off of the ball, and she's like shaking, and she's like, I think I just have to sit down for a second. I'm okay. I just need to think. And she'll kind of make her way towards wherever she can to sit.
Levity, while this is going on and you're holding this goblet, so this goblet is magical. Upon speaking the command word, which is Sláinte, the Irish for health, or cheers, and upon speaking this word, you realise that the goblet fills up with dwarven ale, and you can refill it as many times as you need to.
Oh, I say the word, and it's like, oh, I think I figured it out. Oh, this is the best. Look, I just take a drink. It refills itself.
Are you gonna be drunk all the time?
It's a good chance, yes.
All right. Don't
Lyra,
drink too much. It'll
Oh.
kill you.
Lyra, you look concerned. What's wrong?
She'll kind of look. She's like, I had a vision. There were eyes, and I've had it before. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. And she'll kind of like just be like, I think I just need to rest and write this down. And she'll kind of like go into her satchel and pull out like a little worn navy blue notebook with like pages, and like it's unusually sloppy, like just crammed in, like full of old loose leaf pages. And she'll just kind of like open it, and she'll just start like writing things down and drawing too. You can see her drawing the eyes that she said she saw, and like everything. She's just like taking notes.
Does Mia see her drawing?
How far away would Mika be from?
Yeah, how far away?
I'd say probably. It's not the biggest of rooms. You're in the same room.
Mika would like to draw. Mika goes over to Lyra and like holds her hand out expectantly and goes, I want to draw too, please.
and Lyra kind of just like looks and gives her a soft smile and says, yeah, sure. And she'll go into the back of her notebook, rip out a page, go into her bag, give her a piece of charcoal, which in hindsight's probably the messiest thing she has, and like hands.
Give me the mess.
She'll like hand the charcoal and paper to Mika, and then go back to figuring this out.
All right. Mika like sits fairly close by and just starts drawing something is probably horrifying. Maybe her battle treasure.
Bleeding eyeball.
Gil, there are no snake holes. There are no snakes. Everything seems to be solid and fine, but Lyra seems to be a bit out of sorts.
Yeah, Gil will come up to Lyra and give her some advice. One exceptionally skilled adventurer to another. And he'll sort of like, pat her on the shoulder, just be like, "Are you all right, my lady? Have we completed your trial?"
And she'll kind of look and be like, "Try." Oh, right, yeah. I'm not sure. It said a treasure, in my dream, but I'm not sure if this vision, what this vision. I don't know if the crystal ball, like, and she'll just like, you can tell she's like really out of it, and she keeps on drawing as she's talking to you. Does she see like anything else like that, can lead her kind of, because she's like trying to figure this out. She's like kind of freaking out, and her mind is kind of racing ahead of her, which is unusual, and she wants to like keep that under control. And yeah, is there anything that I can see like other than the crystal ball that would lead us like in a different direction, or like in a
Roll some perception.
okay.
While she's doing that, is there anything that Gil would know about Salune to make him feel like a crystal ball is kind of natural for a trial for a paladin of Salune?
Religion.
Watch me mess this up. This is gonna be awesome. Oh my gosh!
So good.
No more good rolls after tonight.
Oh,
That's a
no.
19.
Oh, sweet.
Crystal
Yeah,
balls.
after this though.
Crystal balls have nothing to do with Salune.
Uh-oh.
And like his
Fear.
eyes are just gonna his eyes are gonna like flicker to the crystal ball and like look back at Lyra is crystal ball, Lyra, crystal ball, look up, look around the dwarven place, just be like, "Are you sure this is the right address?" I don't think. And he'll like actually kind of like lean in close to Lyra and be like, "Look, I know that you're a proud noble-born lady, but is there any chance that you don't know where we are?"
Lyra will kind of look at him with like these determined eyes, and she's like, "I know exactly where I am. It was in the vision, and
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 where
she'll-
we are is the Temple of Delune?
maybe."
And he's kind of like giving her like a very knowing look, like, "We're definitely there."
And she'll kind of look at him, and she trusts Gil because of paladins, like they all kind of like unify, and she'll be like, "I don't think Salune's here at all." And she'll like look, and she'll just be in like a daze. She's like, "I don't know if anything is right anymore."
Well, if she didn't send you, then who did?
And she'll get very, very quiet, and she'll just be like, "I think it was Savras." And she'll kind of look down, and just you can see tears welling up, like she realized something that she really didn't want to, and she just kind of is speechless.
Does Gil have any idea who that is? Between you and me, Maz.
Oh, boy.
Roll religion or history, whatever you're better at.
Look, let's be honest. I'm gonna be equally crappy about them.
Let's see if he
Oh,
remembers
but
them.
I am proficient in history. Actually, I lied.
Do so.
Oh, okay. 18 with that proficiency bonus.
Yes, so you have heard of Savras. He's a god of divination.
Oh.
He is one that sees all and knows all, and often sort of wizards are drawn to Savras because of the knowledge and
Oh.
seeing of the future. And his symbol is a crystal ball full of eyes.
Oh, okay. So he'll look at the crystal ball and he'll be like, "Oh," and kind of make like that Andy Dwyer face. he's like, "I figured it. I put the clues together in my own brain. I did it." And his family runs a factory for magical items. So he'll actually clap her on the shoulders. He'll be like, "This is wonderful. This is fantastic. You didn't even get a useless god. I don't know why you were worried." And he'll just like go off on this like tirade about how awesome this is. He's like, "I don't know why you were worried. This is fantastic. Oh, you'll get so fun. Oh, good. You will hunt dragons together. This will be fantastic."
Lyra, as he's saying this, Lyra will be like, "No, I don't want anyone to know. Selûne is she is my god. She is. I was raised by my mother. They raised me as a paladin of her. I will remain that. I don't care what a crystal ball says. I will be fighting for her." And she'll be like, I was an urchin. I was raised in the darkest areas that my brain has ever traveled to. Why would I want to connect myself with some sort of god that reminds me of that? I don't. And then she kind of gets up and walks away.
Gil didn't know this urchin thing about her, and so he's kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just
jerk.
letting it all
Yeah.
out. She's just letting
Yeah.
it all out.
So
She's
Levity-
very disturbed from this.
Yeah, Levity hears that and just kind of goes after her and just says like, "Are you gonna be all right? I know how much your faith means to you. Maybe."
As she says that, she kind of clutches this ring around her neck, and she's like, "It does." And she takes a deep breath. She'll be like, "I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But we need to figure out why I'm here and why we are here."
Yeah. There's always a possibility that Selûne is working through Savras, and that you don't have to question your entire faith on this one event. It'll be okay.
And she smiles.
I know how much that means.
She'll pat her on the shoulder and give her a hug.
Yeah, she'll hug back.
Yeah. And she'll kind of like take a deep breath and carry on. And she'll go walk over to Miga, and she'll bend down and be like, "Let me see your drawing."
Miga made this.
Oh no.
Good deal. Inspiration.
Yes.
Oh, so this is how this works.
Get the crayons out.
Yes.
Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not. I am playing with y'all. Okay.
That's so good.
That's the best. Yeah. Lyra is very impressed by your drawing.
Amazing. I'm amazing.
And is there any other role play anyone else wants to add?
No, I figure Dirge and Penta are just like standing in a corner and she's just a rat. It's like, I knew it wasn't Selûne. Like, I mean, come on. Like, where are we?
Pintar
Like,
just
what even is
squeaks-
this place?
Yeah, she just like squeaks in agreement. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this-
I know. I wasn't gonna say anything, but it's just like, I mean, there's bones on the floor. Like, this is like Selûne is like the moon, right? I don't know.
It's
There's
retro.
I don't see any
like-
moons around here. Like, this is a barmy ass power. Like, I don't know. She's
I like
just
how Pentar and Dirge are essentially like dark ass mean girls.
no, totally. They're just sad, dirty, mean girls that are in the corner. Like, I don't.
they're both what's her name from that Night in the Woods game.
Oh, B.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gil is like talking to Mercy, being like, we have to arrange a party. There will be a great gala. We'll decorate everything. It'll be a sky full of eyes. How fantastic would that be? With lanterns. We'll even get some of those little crystal balls to put on all of the centerpieces for this. And he's like planning it like a freaking quinceanera.
Mercy
Oh my
is
God.
only half listening, and in contrast with Gil, she looks even paler than normal and a little bit scared, and she just says, I'm worried about her, Gil. She looked at me like, I don't know, like she saw the true death.
I would be worried too.
What was that?
Can you imagine? There are no good gown outfitters in this town. I don't know. We'll have to order out. Where are we going to find a tailor for something like this? This is absurd.
Yeah, we'll plan a party.
Exactly.
So I feel like Miga would pick up on the fact that Mercy and Lyra are maybe not having a good time. So Miga goes up to Mercy and, my hands are messy. Can I have them clean, please?
Mercy starts to cry, but they're happy tears. And I'm like, prestidigitation. Prestidigitation to your hands.
And now they're all clean, free of charcoal.
And that's probably
Good,
a
Mika.
really
And
nice
I pat
place.
you and try to prestidigitate your hair as well.
That does not work. It fails. I'm sorry, it fails.
Yeah, so we'll leave the party on this lovely little scene with Miga's clean hands and find out what happens next week.
Oh.
Thank you for playing. Thank you everybody who has watched today or is catching up. Let's go round and see who is who. Let's start with you, Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla. Pronouns she, her, and you can find me online at KAYNCLI. I did the headshot art for this show, and I did the art for Holly's show, Trapped in the Birdcage. And I just draw lots of stuff, and if you follow me, you see some art. So yay.
Hey, Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe Christine, pronouns she, her, and you can find me on Twitter at Hey It's Chloe, CLOE, because the one with the H was taken. So you can find me lurking around on there, or you can find me on Instagram at Hey It's Chloe Christine. And yeah, I did the icons for each of our characters, our little sigils, and the logo for Hellspell. So I'm a designer and illustrator by trade, and I'm just find me on the internet.
I'm very good at it.
Oh, thank you.
You've done a fantastic job. Shauna.
Hey, Shauna, she, her, Flying Cirrus, all sorts of D&D stuff. I have a schedule for all the other stuff that I do that's D&D related, some streams and some stuff that's else on the D&D channel, and did the little like Modron things that are on the little graffiti thing, and hopefully I'll be putting more stuff on Twitter, so keep an eye on that. So.
Lisa.
I am Lisa Chen, pronouns she, her. You can find me on Twitter at MercifulDM, merciful spelled with a Y, MERCYFULDM. And I do D&D design. I'm the community manager for Adventurers League, and I also host and produce a podcast called Behold Her podcast. Coming up in a couple of weeks, I interviewed all the women who work for Dungeons and Dragons, and the first episode for that is coming out probably on the 13th. So keep an eye/ears out for that.
So exciting! That's awesome.
Holly.
I had to push my unmute button. Anyway, hello, I'm Holly. I'm Commander Holly on the internets. I stream all the time now. Pretty much I stream every day except for Fridays and Saturdays, so that's lovely. And yeah, so just come follow me on Twitter at Holly Conrad or at Commander Holly everywhere else, and I play lots of games. And I will see you guys there. I am she, her, or Trash Witch, or hey, and whatever else. So thank you all so much for watching the show, and thank you, Maz, for being a wonderful DM.
Thank you.
Yes.
TK. Unmute.
Sorry, I was updating the notes and I was like, oh, I got time, we got a big party. Yeah, I'm TK, pronouns still they, them. Check out my spooky stories on my website, TKJ Writes. Check me out on Twitter, TK Joins the Fray. Hanging out, I usually play Thursdays on WebDM's channel with Land Between Two Rivers. We are taking a break this upcoming week, so I'll let you know when Land Between Two Rivers comes back. We're going to be doing some one-shots. Our fan art Yates assignment for this week is S34N killing a snake. That is on fire. And what do you think the character should wear to Lyra's Savros quinceañera? So I'm not going to tell you you have to do it, but I will be severely disappointed and disown you if you do not.
I just love.
Right
But
to
also,
his
I love
father.
you and I'm proud of you. I will write. My father will hear about it.
I just love the idea that we have fan art Yates now, as well as all the other Yates.
Yes, fan art Yates. It's an entire department.
And last but not least, my friend and everyone else's friend, Hadil.
It's me, your friend, Hadil. Everybody is so talented with art, and this is what you get from me. This is literally all you'll get from me, okay? It's not gonna get any better than this.
Yeah, but I
It has
want
the
you to
Lyra
take a
fever
picture
too.
of that and send it to me, and I will post that on our Twitter.
I'll send you somewhere.
I want to frame it on my wall, to be honest.
I'll send it to you. So you can find me on Twitter, TwittySuch, TWITTYSUCH. Same on Instagram and YouTube. I was gonna stream this week, but depression, so I didn't. Mostly because I was like, I'm unemployed, but now I'm employed, so I'm less depressed now, I guess. I'll probably be streaming a little bit next week. I just got Tennis Aces, so me and Jimmy Wetzel were thinking about streaming that with our friend Todd. But my Twitch is also twitch.tv/TwittySuch, and I'm also on Trapped in the Birdcage with Holly, our fabulous DM.
Which is
And
back this week. Oh
It's
boy.
back this week.
So that'll
Back
be
this
fun.
week. But yeah, that's all I am doing right now. That's it. That's all.
And I was your DM, Mess. My pronouns are still they, them. You ain't going to change my mind. I'm going to keep announcing them because I have to. You can find me at Mesmatez on the Twitters, on the Twitch. I haven't streamed in ages and I really need to get back onto doing that. I do lots of yarn art, so please buy my stuff so that I can keep doing this for a living. I want to say thank you everyone for watching or catching up on the YouTubes or the VODs. Thank everyone for playing, all my wonderful players. Thank you Wizards for just like believing in us and giving us this chance to play and paying us to play D&D, which is amazing. I also want to shout out, I forgot last week, our little robot S34N is a massive homage to Sean Powerscore RPG, who we all love. Yay, Sean!
My boy.
He has
Hooray!
helped me out enormously with resources for putting this game together. So we love you, Sean. You're amazing. And next show, next week, 8th of July, same time, same channel. Let's find out what the aftermath is. Anything else anyone wants to say? I'll
Make
take
sure to
that as
drink
a no.
water.
Keep hydrated. Eat
Stay
well.
hydrated.
Drink water.
Get some
Drink
sleep.
water.
We love you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.